This turn may be a little bit later, and the models and the forecast are shifting westward, which means instead of a run up the east coast, it is now over Lake Okeechobee, perhaps over eastern parts of Polk County, and then up east of Gainesville as we move through Saturday night, not typically Saturday night, but really Sunday night into Monday. So that's when we'll see the heaviest if this holds. This trend has come off towards the west, as I mentioned, and one of the reasons why is once it gets up into the southeast, it's actually going to be under a high pressure ridge that will push it further to the west. There's nothing really to take it up and push it out to sea at this particular point. So that's where it stands right now. I know that's a troublesome looking forecast there. It can still change. This time yesterday we were looking at a much favorable one for us. As far as watches go, there are now hurricane watches for Lake Okeechobee, Jupiter southward. Those will go to warning soon. If it takes the track I just showed you, and that's the forecast, the Hurricane Center's forecast track, I would expect hurricane warnings for everybody in our DMA. Again, the most heavy weather that we would see would be during Sunday into Sunday night and Monday, early Monday morning as it moves by. Here are the forecast models. You're going to see that they are trending to the east. There's still some concentration here on the eastern half of the state, but I meant to say they're trending off towards the west. So it's something we're going to have to watch. We've got another day and a half while it's down there, so hopefully this does change. I'll talk about some comparisons of the other models, and we'll look at your local forecast coming up. It's just a lot going on today with the evacuations, and now when you come and you see that path that's now going to affect more people, keep in mind it may change still. And we've been getting prepared. We have time to get prepared. And
we've had a lot of time to get prepared, which is really good. Keep doing that. Make sure you have all of your stuff done today, tomorrow. Just get all that stuff finished.
And we may not be in for a direct hit, but we should be prepared for whatever Irma brings our way. You're looking at live pictures right now from the Dominican Republic. Things seem pretty calm there, but I will tell you that as Irma passed Puerto Rico, 70% of the island's residents in Puerto Rico are without power right now. The island of St. Martin, according to the minister there in that area, over that country there, 95% of that island was destroyed. And Irma continues to maintain that strength and still working her way towards the Turk Caicos Islands.
And it's important to remember that that was taking a direct hit, 95% of that island, Reggie. And we are getting your questions about Irma because many of you are concerned that something like that could happen here. You're asking us about traffic. You're asking us about the conditions. You're asking us how to find water, gas, sandbags, even what evacuation zone you're in, how to know. So let's start with evacuations. Right now, orders are in place in Manatee and Pinellas counties. You need to take this seriously. Manatee County has a voluntary evacuation that starts at 7 tomorrow morning. If you live in a mobile home, this means you. It also applies to all of you who live in evacuation level A. The mandatory evacuation affecting most people is in Pinellas County. That starts at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. For those in evacuation zone A, you have to get out.
And that means everyone. If you live in a tent, if you live in a condo, if you live in a home, everyone in level A, all mobile homes all over the county, mandatory evacuation tomorrow at 6 a.m.
Now, we went to emergency management and got answers to two questions that many of you have asked us all day today. First, why a mandatory evacuation and not a voluntary evacuation? Second, could the evacuation order be lifted if the forecast shifted over the next few days?
At least in Pinellas County, we really haven't got into the whole voluntary recommend it. We just tell people, hey, it's time to go. We're going to tell you to go. The weather can change tomorrow, and then things are scaled back if necessary. But the way we've budgeted, and looked at the time and looked at our plans, we can either scale up or scale back down. And I think we're at that right point to take care of the needs of the community.
Now, evacuation starts at 6 a.m. and runs through Sunday morning. Shelters open at noon. Now, when we checked with the EOC, they told us they're still putting together a full list of which schools will be opened as shelters. There is a partial list already put together. We have that right now on the 10 News app and also at WTSB.com.
So what are these evacuation levels? Well, evacuation A means anyone in any of these red areas that you see right here, and all mobile homes in the county must evacuate. So if you live in a mobile home anywhere in Pinellas, you must evacuate, even if you live outside that red zone. So only the red zone areas and mobile homes are being evacuated right now. Now, if a Zone B evacuation takes place, that means that everyone in the orange areas, as well as the red areas and all mobile homes, will evacuate. So yes, that means then if you live in Zone C, that there is a sea level evacuation, then all homes in A and B, as well as mobile homes, have to evacuate. It goes like that all the way up the scale. Now, if you do not live in Pinellas and you want to know what zone you're in, we have a list of every Tampa Bay County's evacuation zones at WTSP.com or on our 10 News app.
And I'm Laura Byrne, keeping an eye on traffic as the evacuations are picking up in Ellison. A lot of people are heeding the warnings. This was a look from about 2 hours ago on I-75 right around that area of the turnpike, and you can see that northbound traffic very heavy. And right now, the current conditions in that area, we're still seeing a slowdown in that area as we look at our maps here. But I spoke with FHP not too long ago, and he told me, he's like, you know what, I-75 honestly is not that bad. And their recommendation is if you have to evacuate, you plan to evacuate, to leave late at night or leave early in the morning. And a big tip here, make sure you have enough food and water in the car for people who are traveling with you. Now, if you're in Pinellas County and you do have to make that evacuation, honestly, US 19, we are seeing a little bit of a slowdown here, but again, 75, not that bad up until you hit that area of the turnpike. And if you want to take the Suncoast Parkway as well, I'm seeing a pretty nice traffic in that area too.
Miami-Dade is under evacuation. You can see the long, we're going to take a look at some very long gas lines in that area as people try to drive north. And Miami International Airport, take a look at this. It's a madhouse. Evacuees are swarming the airport with long departure lines there.
And this is what it looks like in places hit hardest by the brunt of this storm. Look at this. This is from San Juan, Puerto Rico. People there were relieved that the eye of the storm did not come on shore. But you can see all of the damage to this area. You see downed trees, you see cars into buildings, a lot of debris. And all of that taking place as that moved through. Just minutes ago, we got this new video. This is from the Caribbean island of St. Martin. 4 people were killed here. You see the damaged home, walls, uprooted trees in this area. Authorities are having a tough time getting aid and supplies to this small Caribbean island, just like this one and several others. A lot of flooding in parts of the Dominican Republic. It went just off the island's northern coast. You can see that the roads are blocked by trees. This entire building is just crushed. Officials there say 8 houses were damaged by a landslide.
And I know many of you are trying to get out of the state. Governor Rick Scott is getting aggressive with gas deliveries. He's ordered troopers to escort all tankers where they need to go. You can see that video right here. This is coming out of West Palm Beach. The governor's even offering to help to gas station owners who stay open as late as they can before they themselves have to evacuate. The governor is traveling across the state. He's stopping and meeting with emergency operation teams as well.
Remember, Hurricane Andrew is one of the worst storms in the history of our state. This is much worse and more devastating on its current path. We are being very aggressive in our preparation for this storm, and every Floridian should take this seriously and be aggressive to protect their family.
Everyone who hit the road to evacuate, they've all got one thing on their minds: where to find gas. Good News reporter Shannon Valladolid is at Pasco County at the Flying J on State Road 52 and I-75, where gas, get this, we don't hear this that often, unlimited, but Shannon, it took you a while to find this gas station.
Reggie, we started off in Manatee County, headed up to Hillsborough, now in Pasco. As you can see, finally we found gas here at this Flying J. Lines, they're pretty long, but hey, at least we found some. And if you're wondering, where do I find gas right now? Well, here's the good news. Management here at this Flying J say all Flying J's have unlimited supply of gas, because check that out right there. You see that? Those are their tankers, so they're able to bring in their own tankers as needed. Also, if you're looking for water, they just got a new shipment, as you can see right here. Check out all that water if you're also in need. But I want to show you what me and my photographer Bert went through today, just trying to find a gas station like this. So we just started our journey. We're in Manatee County right now on 301 and 75, but it seems that all of the pumps are not working. So let's go ahead and pull up. And all of them say that they are out of service. So we're here at this mobile where Gas Buddy says that there should be gas here. So we're pulling up to check it out. And From what I'm seeing that there is no gas here at this location. It says gas sold out. So what you can do to let other drivers know there is no gas so they don't waste their time, you can go on Gas Buddy and they ask, does this station have gas or power? You click this exit and submit. We're now in Hillsborough County. We're going to be exiting the Sun City exit. There should be gas here. So we're going to see if any of these gas stations are supplied with gas. So this exit has 4 gas stations. We're pulling up to the last one right now to see if there's gas. And once again, doesn't look like it. No gas. So our station vehicle, we have a good amount supply of gas, but I know if I were in the situation where I had no gas, I'd be really stressed out right now. People are pulling up to this gas station only to find out that there is no gas, but there is some good news. Governor Rick Scott just tweeted this out. It says, I've directed FHP to escort resupply fuel trucks to gas stations. We're aggressively working to get the fuel out. We are now in Pasco County. We're going to pull up to this Flying J to see if they have gas. So far, we've had no luck. Finally, we found gas. There is long lines here at this Flying J, but hey, I am so happy that we finally found gas after multiple gas stations where there was none. So right now we are at State Road 52 and I-75, so we got gas, people. So if you are on I-75, something we saw today was a lot of those gas tankers along with the FHP patrol cars right behind them. So if you are stuck anywhere, gas should be coming your way. But again, if you have loved ones watching right now, whether it's online or on TV, let them know that Flying J has an unlimited supply of gas because, as mentioned, they have their own gas tanks. So they haven't had an issue trying to give people gas as they're evacuating from wherever they're at. We're live in Pasco County. Shannon via the lead, 10 News.
Shannon, thank you. And so important to know as you are, of course, heading out if you are planning to do that in the coming hours. We know that when the power goes out, if you're staying, you're going to be glued to this right here, your phone. I want you to know, I cannot stress it enough, 10 News is going to be there for you. If you download the 10 News app right now, you will find live updates. We'll tell you when you need to evacuate. We'll tell you about the sandbag locations, where you can find gas. We have all of this useful information in one location so that we all weather this storm together.
Don't have time to wait in the sandbag line.
We have sandbag hacks that won't get you in trouble with the law.